Hey there, it's Jill Blanchett. I have my first card for the Hello Spring February Paper Pumpkin Kit. This is the sample that I have. And I'm going to shake it up a little bit from here, but it's going to virtually look the same. We're starting with a piece of Petunia Pop paper that is 8.5 by 5.5. You're going to cut from the top down the center at 4 1/4 to 2 3/4 inches, and then you're going to cut across from 2 3/4 inches to the center at the 4 1/4 spot that you have scored or folded. I took one of the cards, the beigeish cards with the little bronzy dots on them. I cut that in half. I cut it down to 4 1/4 by 5 3/8. We're going to glue that to the inside. I didn't cut it to 4 1/4. I'm sorry. It's 4 1/8 to 5 3/8. We're going to glue that on. You can leave a little bit bigger border if you want. You can go on the 1/4 inch. I went on the 1/8 inch. Then on the other half of the card, I cut a piece to fit on here at 2 3/4, 5/8 by 4 1/8 again to fit across there. I'm going to go ahead and glue that on. I got some pretty easy, quick cards this month. Not a lot of extras needed. If you have extras, I will kind of tell you some different things you can use in places. Like right here now, I've got Petunia Pop Circle. It came from the Spotlight on Nature's dies. And then I used the next smaller one. There's 2 sheets in here, and it is also this dotted. I used that for this card. This card, I used my Everyday Details dies, and I used the outer circle for the big one, and then this inner circle, if you probably can't see, but there's the cut line right here. So it's going to cut out a circle with dots on it and then leave the dots on the paper that you cut it out of. So it doesn't really work very well for this circle. So what I did was just held this up to the die and I cut around it. You could draw a circle around the outside of this and then cut it. You could use circle dies if you have other circles, or the circle system. My friend loves the circle system from Creative Memories. That will also cut your circle. So all kinds of options there. I went with the dies. I'm going to go ahead and glue this on. I'm just going to glue it about 1/3 of the way up. And I'm going to stick it onto the front of the card. I might want to go a little further up. Don't have a whole lot of time to monkey around, but we got a little bit. Make sure that that's glued down. Make sure none of the glue on the back is showing. I also have a basic beige circle from the same die. What I'm going to do is lay it down, and I'm going to line up the holes and the edges. You could take a piece of like washi tape and hold it in place if you don't trust your abilities of keeping it in the spot where it belongs, like this. Like you just slightly bump it and it's moved out of where you want it. But then you're just going to, I must be zoomed in way far. Sorry, guys. I will fix it when I go to my next one for sure. So then we're going to close this up. make sure that it's in the right spot for our closure. Then again, I have the smaller die that we're going to put in the center. I will say that this one being the solid that I've cut out is a little bit larger and a little bit more sizable, the right size for this. So I have the chive stamp that was in the kit. I'm lining up the word chive across the bottom. I'm thinking that that's what needs to be straight. Then I'm going to come in with my Petunia Pop and the little chive flowers. We're going to put a couple of those on there for a little extra pop of color. And then I have my basic beige. And the little grungy textured stamp. And I'm just going to put that on here around the flower, just to jazz up, fill in that open space a little bit. We're going to glue that onto the front. And again, trying to make sure our chives word is what is straight across. Straight across, there's no T on the end. Glue that down. I have a piece of basic beige that is 1 inch by 2 1/8 inches. I'm going to use my Petunia again. With the Thanks for Helping Me Grow, I'm going to use these cards for customer orders and such. Came in perfect for a sentiment for somebody like me who's trying to grow their business. We're going to glue that on. The Petunia Pop layer, I went on the 8th, so gotta move it up a little bit. There we go. And that is 1 1/8 inches wide or tall by 2 1/4 inches wide. So 2 1/4 by 1 1/8, and we're just gonna glue that down here. Oh, I'm gonna put a few of those little dots on it again to help it blend in. Just not be too overpowering on the page. I'm going to glue it flat. Feel free to pop it up. Kind of centering that the best that my eyes are going to let me. And then on this sample card, I used some of the Neutrals matte dots. I grabbed what appears to be like a basic beige. I have another sample card that I made using Bubble Bath. I put a post out asking some color combinations, what people thought. Bubble Bath was one of the coordinating colors, and then I used the Petunia for the darker color. That one turned out kind of pretty too. And then I used these Druzy adhesive back dots. They're a little harsh. They're definitely, if you're going to mail them, put a protective sheet in there, because I think that they're really going to rip through your envelopes. They're scratchy like feeling. But they were They're probably gold, but they looked kind of like the copper or the bronzy color that was in the card. So I put those on this card. This card now, I've rummaged through the drawer and found some enamel dot essentials. So we're going to go ahead and use this basic beige, very vanilla-y color on here. Got to get my pick tool, but it's still packed up, I think, from when I went away for the weekend. Yes, I do have a couple of them. So if I rummaged around here, I probably would find it, but we're going to put a few of these on there. I think I really like the, oh, there's a little teeny weeny one too. I'll put the teeny one on there. I think these matte ones might be my favorite. These have a little bit of shine to them, which is nice too. And then this guy's, like I said, the druzy ones are a little bumpy and will definitely tear your envelope. So be sure and put a protective layer between that and the envelope if you're going to use that. So here are samples of the first card of the kit, and I'll be back with some more. Thanks for watching.